The lithium market's just got an incredibly bright future, and it's just remarkable seeing the indicators of the strong demand which is stepping forth. I think that's what's got everyone excited. And when you look in the rearview mirror, last year was, a phenomenal year in every respect. 30% increase in lithium demand, more than 20% increase in EV sales from the prior year. And as it relates to mass energy storage, we saw a huge leap of more than 50% going from 23 to 24. So that's what's got investors excited. And PLS is incredibly well placed to capitalize on this market, given our strong position and low cost position.
Okay, no doubt, of course, a big EV market that is suggesting, as far as the BYD CEO is concerned, that they're 3 or 5 years ahead as far as the Chinese car companies are concerned than the others. No doubt that's good news, but I mean, how are you watching that China demand story, particularly given some of the geopolitical tensions it's facing with other trading partners and these tariffs?
Yeah, well, look, I think the first thing to call out is that this energy shift and the adoption of this new technology. It's certainly global, but of course China particularly has been stepping forward in leaps and bounds. And I see even the most recent data from January, they're still growing as it relates to EV sales outright globally. It's something like an 18% year-on-year increase for January. And within that, China believes a 12% increase on the prior year-on-year period. So again, more positive signs of more growth and more demand.
Dale, do tariffs impact you directly at all? Because right now, it seems like the Trump administration is mulling tariffs on autos, chips, and pharmaceutical products. And I wonder, as part of the supply chain, if not directly, there would be a trickle-down effect.
Sure. I think the first thing to talk about is what proportion of the market is the US. Now, at this point in time, it's a relatively small component for the lithium industry. As it relates to EV sales, it's something like 10% approximately. Now, it's a very important future market, given the US is the second largest market globally for autos. So it's a really important future market, but today it's relatively small. In terms of tariffs explicitly, at this point, there's nothing which we're seeing has a direct flow-on impact. However, time will tell. But as I say, what gets us excited is stepping back and looking at the global adoption rates, which are frankly phenomenal.
And I know that Sam touched upon this, but I just want to scratch that point a bit further. How do you see China demand evolving for lithium output and hard rock lithium, so to speak, when it comes to building their own chip-related supply chain? And how much competition do you sense brewing from ASEAN? Because a lot of countries in this part of the world, in the ASEAN region, example, Indonesia, Malaysia, are also kind of building their lithium capacities.
Yeah, I think the landscape today is dominated by China as it relates to the supply chain, and that's care of more than a decade's worth of investment China has made in building out the processing and manufacturing capability. And credit to them, they've been able to serve the world with all of these new technology types. The rest of the world has been slower to get on with the implementation of their own processing capacity. And yes, we're seeing the start of that investment. However, it's only the start, with the exception of one other battery materials hub being South Korea, where the full ecosystem is there, care of the EV making, the battery making, the cathode making, and actually now hydroxide making. And PLS, well, we're a joint venture participant in that first hydroxide facility with our partner POSCO. So that is what we see as probably the next emerging hub, and PLS, well, we have a position in that. So we've been looking to diversify as this market grows out. So really happy about that diversification into South Korea.